Hey, hey, hey. It is Michael Losier and my friend.
John, Inverarity.
Hey, John Inverarity. Welcome back to the Emotion Code Bros Show. Somebody just called it that today. We are the Emotion Code Bros Show. And I am Michael Losier. I'm a certified emotion code practitioner. I live here in beautiful Victoria, BC, and I have the privilege of being a certified emotion code practitioner and helping people all over the world via Skype and by over the telephone. And we are here once a week, John and I. We're trying our Saturday mornings. Let me know if you like it. And we're expecting to take a lot of your questions today about our subject. I'm going to have John introduce himself today and tell us what today's great subject is. Good morning, John. Welcome back.
Good morning, everyone. My name is John Inverarity, and I'm a certified emotion code and certified body code practitioner. And I'm on the west coast of Canada in Vancouver. Absolutely love it here. And yeah, today we're going to talk about the heart wall, what it is, what it does, how it's affecting you or could be.
Mm-hmm. Are you heartbroken? You have heartache? Or do you know about a past, you know it, I know that you know it, not you, John, our friends at home. They know about a past relationship that kind of steered the course of the other relationships. Maybe you lost a lot of trust and faith and all, whatever. I know that you know what it might be. Well, we're here to tell you it is trapped emotion related. So John, we're going to have new viewers today. So here's the format of today. We are going to explain the emotion code process, big chart behind me. Then we are going to select somebody watching live today. Yeah, that's you. If you're watching live today, we are going to do a brief session on the heart wall. It takes more than the time that we have, but I want to demonstrate. I want to demonstrate how, and I'm going to do the work today. I'm going to demonstrate how I can use the emotion code chart and find out what emotion codes, what trapped emotions are wrapped around your heart, which causes a what, John? Say it when you know it. Trapped emotions hovering around your heart, our heart wall. It means you have a wall of trapped emotions. I'm going to find out what they are for somebody today, so stay tuned. John, I'm going to welcome some early bird visitors that have joined us today already. And I'm also remembering last week I worked with Misty Anderson. She was in Alaska. I'm in Victoria, BC. I want everyone to understand. And she wasn't even live here. She was typing her questions. And Misty, I did a session with you last week. Why don't you give us an update? What was the session? What was the severity? And what's cooking now for you? Rami Carlin, I think she's on her way out. She says, I got 10 minutes left, but I'm eager to hear from and watch the replay. Well, Rami, we are talking about the heart wall today, so you might enjoy that subject. Hey, we got Gwen Lorena saying good afternoon, Emotion Code Bros. Hello from sunny, windy London, UK. Good. Who else is with us, John?
A couple people are saying hello. Sazovan, I'm not going to try and pronounce your last name, from India. Hi, thanks for joining us today.
Well, I've been calling him a Sasavan. So
Sasavan, yeah.
He's been very loyal and sent me a message. He's very excited about today because he thinks he has a heart wall. Yeah. I think almost everybody has a heart wall, right? Until they have their heart wall cleared, and then you might get some new one with a new breakup. But we can help you clear your heart wall. Who else here? We have Juliet Stapleton. Hi, guys. Good morning, Juliet Stapleton. Hey, let us know where you're calling from. That's fun for us. I live on the west coast of Canada in Victoria, Johnson, and Vancouver, and we know where you're at. We have Reja. She is saying hello. Liz Meg Leo. Hi, glad to be here. And our friend Hannah Appel, who's been on the panel before, she is greetings from Israel. That's very exciting. So, yeah. Well, John, you and I have been doing some really exciting work with the emotion code, and you're a body code specialist, so you do more than the emotion code, work on more severe things for people, help them find imbalances in their body, and that's how we met. You worked on my hip and fixed that. Hey, if you're watching live today, why don't you hashtag emotion code bros? My social media wizard nicknamed John the Emotion Code Bros. So we want to see how many hashtags we can get your comments about our work, about what you like here about the show. John, I want to tell you about an emotion code client that I had this week. Hey, if you're joining us, say hello. We've got probably a 45-minute program today. We're going to do our training period to talk about how the emotion code process works. We're going to find somebody in the audience. If it's you, if you have heartache, your heart broke, you think you have a wall around your heart of trapped emotions, let us know. Let us know what, you might be, let us know what the severity of that heart wall is, or that broken heart, or your heartache. But yes, and if we've worked on you in past episodes, give us an update. We have a woman that we worked on with chocolate. We have pain that we worked on. I know we worked on Martine's back one time. Now that's a 0. Her husband got his neck fixed and all kinds of great stuff. But I do want to tell you about an Instagram message that I get. And I think it was early in the morning. So I turned on my computer or my cell phone, and Instagram message. I get a lot of likes and that. But when you get a message, it's different. I thought, oh, somebody sent me a message. So I opened it up, and it's a friend of mine that is in Lake Como, Italy. And I'd seen his pictures a day before, and I thought, he's in Lake Como. And it was so nice. And I was seeing pictures of their place. So he said, hey, Michael, I'm in Lake Como with my wife. Unfortunately, my wife's back is really sore, and it's not the experience that we really want to have. Can we book an appointment with you when we get home? Thinking, when you get home? Tilted head, and I thought,
Yeah.
I said, you're still in Lake Como? He said, yeah. And I said, is she there now? Is your wife there now? He says, yeah. I said, put her on the phone. So she took the phone and she went off to another place, and she had no idea who I was. I just said, you know what? Just give me a little bit of time. I'm going to try to help you with your back. She said, oh, my back. So I think she was laying down when I was talking to her. So 15 minutes later, she is walking back and forth on the balcony, and she's saying, well, it's gone. My back is gone. And then I could hear him in the background, and they're just like doubting that their back is gone. She said, and then she said, how long will this last? And what's the answer to that, John? Well, once the trapped emotions are removed, it's going to last. So, and that's what happens. Even when you fix my back, when you remove the trapped emotions, I was waking up the next day wondering if they're still there. So she sends me a text as soon as she got out of bed the next morning from Italy. And she said, well, I laid in bed today and I wasn't sure, but I get up and it's perfect. My back is perfect. Couple things on that story is that I'm in Canada and she's in Italy. So as being her proxy, I can ask her subconscious mind what these are. If it's not really clear, to stay tuned, because John and I are going to do a quick little mini training session. John, tell me about a session that you had this week. What was interesting about that?
Yeah, well, I worked with a young gent down in Australia, and I've worked with him a number of times and clearing his heart wall at the moment. And right now he's feeling kind of like disconnected, like he can't connect with people. He's feeling isolated when he goes out, and he's just not meeting people eye to eye.
Yeah.
And relationships, they don't last. Like it might be a week or a month, and then people sort of come in and out of his life, and there's not a lot of connection. So heart wall's coming up, and we're clearing the heart wall. We're clearing the heart wall. And that frustration of those relationships, that anger that's starting to clear out, is feeling a lot better, and he's more excited about getting out there. And finding love, finding a loving partner, finding friends. Yeah.
Well, you're going to tell us more about the heart wall and how those trapped emotions stop us from sending and receiving love. We're going to get started in a minute. So it'd be nice to hear his update when he gives you one.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to say hello to some more friends, and we got a lot of people joining us. We have Jewel from Victoria. Hey, Jewel from Victoria. Hey, I've got something coming up in Victoria. I'll show you the postcard, but it's not announcing it yet. But I'm going to be doing free emotion code sessions. The presentation that John and I are doing here, I'm going to be doing them in Victoria live. So I can fit about 30 or 40 people. I have a private room I'm going to do it in, so it's by registration only. So if you're in Victoria or willing to come here, you can come watch this process come in place, and then I'm going to bring people to the front of the room, do my razzle dazzle, and then send them off to Cirque du Soleil school after I fix their backs and everything. So Jewel, who is from Victoria, that's why I said that. So good morning to you, Joel. Dawn Moem is saying hello to both you and I, John. So good morning, Dawn. Cynthia Munn, she is from Quispamsis, New Brunswick. I probably should have got you to pronounce that, John. But our friend Cynthia Munn, she watches as a Hangout with Michael show. That's on Friday mornings on the same Facebook page. And hey, Hannah Appel gave us the hashtag emotion code bros. Hey, so did Christine Gallacher. Thanks, Christine.
It's a thing now.
Yeah, we've got Beth from Arkansas and Josane Huette. She's from St. John. Hey, did you know I'm from St. John? I wonder if she did. I'm from Martinon, which is on the outside of St. John, which is in the middle of nowhere. I think you might know that. And she's given us a hashtag, emotion code bros. That's funny. Hey, Sasavan did the same thing. Hello, guys from India. Okay, John, do you think we should explain the process and then talk about the heart wall? I think that might make sense. It would give them some context. Yes?
Yep.
Hey, before I do that, I'd be remiss if I didn't let people know, look what I got in the mail this week. I got my physical Your Life's Purpose book. It's super glossy. You can almost see your face in it. So, it's available on Amazon. Yesterday it was like $10 or 77 cents on Amazon. It's pre-order right now. If you want to find, there's 30 fulfillment needs. They're right here on my wall. If you want to see that list before you see the book, you can go to hangoutwithmichael.com/life's purpose with an S, life's purpose. And or life purpose. I think it's life purpose, no S, back up, no S on that, life purpose. Give us your email address. On June 5th, we will send you the emotion code list. In the meantime, hey, our friend Misty Anderson from Alaska has one coming in the mail because she won a signed copy during one of our Friday Hangout shows. That's what it was. So again, it's a how-to book so you can uncover what your life's purpose is. John, Inverarity, let's do it. So John and I are going to explain the key to the emotion code process. If you watched this before, we are using what's called accelerated learning techniques. And accelerated learning techniques, if you read it backwards, it's techniques that help you learn in an accelerated manner. So with you at home, would it be okay if we used accelerated techniques so much so that you could remember 100% of everything we're going to say? Say yes, I know you are. So I'm going to be showing you things, and I'm going to help burn the images in your brain so you'll remember this forever. As we're doing this session, I want you to know that there are many, many things that we can help you with the emotion code. Both John and I have a flexible schedule. We're available. You can go to hangoutwithmichael.com/emotion code. And John, where can they go to find out how to book a session with you?
Yeah, my website is aliveandpeer.com. And it should be written just right below me here, and it's also behind me here.
That's right. So if you're watching, so you're thinking, I wonder if you can help me with this. Well, ask us. In my head, the rule is if there's a body part or something that's not working the way it should be, it's probably caused by trapped emotions. So let us know. What is something that you're wondering if we can heal by trapped emotions? Let us know in the chat today. We're going to be checking it periodically. First, we are about to begin the 7 keys to the emotion code process. And then we're going to teach it to you. You're going to hear it. You're going to see it. And then you're going to witness, hey, we're still looking for somebody out there that wants to have a heart wall session. I wonder if Sasavan would like one from India. I think he said he would. Who wouldn't? So John, one of the very first keys in the emotion code process is?
The emotion code chart.
We have the emotion code chart right here, John. Can you tell us everything you know about the emotion code chart?
Absolutely. So it's a chart of emotions. They're trapped emotions, negative trapped emotions. It's divided up into 2 columns, so column A and B, and 6 rows.
And there's 60 of them.
There's 60 of them.
There's 60 of them. And a trapped emotion, these are unprocessed negative emotions. So we forgot to do a shout out to our BFF.
Let's back this up.
Start over.
Emotion code.
Yeah,
it's also a book.
It's also a book, yeah.
It's a book. It's a healing technique.
It's a process. It's a healing technique. He's the author of it. He's our BFF, Dr. Bradley Nelson. Encourage you to get the book. You can learn how to do this on your own. That's how I got started. So he came up with the book. He came up with the process, and we are blessed to be certified practitioners and using his information to help heal people and help them relieve themselves of pain and burden and stress and anxiety and pimples and dimples and rashes and whatever you might be having. We're not scared enough. We'll do anything. We'll work on anything, won't we, John?
Absolutely. Okay. Yep.
So 60 trapped emotions. Dr. Bradley Nelson says whenever we experience a negative emotion, it could be from an accident or an event, that negative emotion that we have, sometimes we say this, John, we say, oh, I got rid of that years ago. What's the truth?
They don't get rid of, you can't get rid of them on their own.
You know what? I threw dishes up against the wall, got really ticked off about that. I've cleared all that. John, what's the truth?
They don't clear on their own.
Yeah, no, you don't. How many? Every negative emotion that we have part of it stays behind, even if it's a tiny bit. And that part that stays behind is a trapped emotion. It's a negative trapped emotion. And this negative trapped emotion stops us from going where we want to go. What could we compare the trapped emotion with, John, that's stopping us from getting in the way? Show it when you know it.
The orange cone.
The orange cone.
It's in the way.
Yeah, the orange cone says you can't go there. You have to go around it. You have to stop. These orange cone, John, what's your orange cone? What's your orange cone? In other words, the orange cone is something that's stopping you. You say you want to have a relationship. Well, if you got an orange cone in the way, you can't. So we're about to start our little demo, but I'd be remiss if I didn't say hello to more people watching today. We have our friend Pierre from Montreal. Hey, I'm really excited about this great subject and the emotion code altogether. So, hey, Pierre, I know I can't help but say it. Sandwiches in Montreal. Sorry, Pierre. When I visit you, that's what you're going to get me. Barbara Romaine, she is from Susan City, California. My friend Liz said this was a must-see. Well, we're loving Liz right now. Mm-hmm. Give a shout out to Liz and Barbara. And Rami's going back to work, but she's going to check us out later. And just a quick little scan. And okay, Sasavan's in. He is going to have the heart wall session. So Sasavan, can you just let me know that I'm pronouncing your name correctly, please? And also, what is the severity of your problem of not having a relationship? You know, are you dating once in a while, not dating? On a scale of 1 to 10, or 0 being, oh, I'm dating all the time, and 10 being, help me, please, someone love me. Is that you, number 10? So John, let's demo the emotion code process. Sasavan from India. Everyone getting this? He is from India, and I'm in Victoria, BC, and I'm going to be able to be his practitioner because of the 7 keys. First key, John, we said was?
The emotion code chart.
We remind everybody there's 60 of them. There's
60 trapped emotions.
My job is to find out which of these trapped emotions. So I don't want to go, is it this one, is it this? It'll take forever. So I'm going to say, is it in this column? Is it in this? So I'm going to find it fast, and boom. As soon as I find that trapped emotion, then it resides over my head. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Oh, you think it's crazy now? Wait till we get to the next one. Okay, the emotion code chart first.
We got the chart.
The second key to the process is?
Muscle testing.
What does it mean? What does it look like? Yeah.
What is muscle testing? Yeah. So it's muscle testing. This is what it looks like. So it's a form of biofeedback. So we're muscle testing ourselves. We're communicating with our subconscious. So our subconscious is the most sophisticated computer on the planet, in the universe, really.
Yeah.
And we're asking it yes and no questions. We're asking your subconscious. Your subconscious knows everything about you. It knows which trapped emotions need to come up first and be released first. Yes. So we're muscle testing to find out what the trapped emotion is that needs to clear out first. It needs to go. That's right. So that's a yes. This is, some people muscle test like this, and when it goes through like that, that would be a no.
That's right. You know, our subconscious mind stores everything you ever read, touched, tasted, smelled. So we could ask it questions, but there's a little trick to the question. We can't say, what's my favorite color? But we can say, is it blue, green? So we can ask yes or no questions. So John and I are trained to ask your subconscious mind yes or no questions to find out which one that is. Okay. Which brings us to number 3, John.
Proxy.
What does that mean? What's proxy mean?
Proxy. So the emotion code practitioner will act on your behalf. So Sasavan, in India. Michael's going to act on your behalf. He's going to be your proxy
Yes.
for the session.
The expression, John, we're all connected. It's really true.
Mm-hmm.
And if you just pretend that we're all connected by this thread, so I'm going to be connecting through Sasavan, right? And then I'm going to be able to check this out on his behalf, just like if I was voting on his behalf. I'm going to be talking to a subconscious mind on his behalf. But before we do that, we want to find out this.
The severity on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
How much it's impacting your life.
Yeah. How much is the pain? How much is the problem? How much is the discomfort? We like to do that because we like to measure our work. We're kind of show off, so we want to measure our work. So if it's a 10, we like to get it to a 6 and 7. One time, John, what was her name? Martine had a lower back pain of 8. I mean, that's serious, right? And you got it down to a 3, and then we ended the show, but then I helped her later. But everybody getting the point here. So we found out what were the trapped emotions. We went from an 8 to a 3. Sasavan, my friend from India, is saying a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we'll hear from him because he's very loyal. We'll hear from him next week, and we'll see if he had any flirtations or any dates, or we'll see what's going to happen to him. Go get a haircut today, Sasavan, because you got to look sharp. It's going down. It is going down. So, John, let's just recap. We got the chart. I'm going to become Sasavan's proxy. We found out his severity is a 10. All of this can happen only when I get
permission. Absolutely critical. Need permission. So we couldn't just work on someone who we think needs it, because that's not right.
Now, there's an intended yes from him because he's giving me permission, but he'll still say yes when I ask. And I'm going to be using muscle testing to say, am I Sasavan? Okay, great. Now, I'm going to repeat everything. Now I'm connected to Sasavan. He says this. You can find it. Boy, I just located the first one. And that very moment, it's leaving his body, and I don't want to absorb it. So I have to use, say it when you see it,
a magnet.
I have to use a magnet. And I take, these are just fridge magnets, little stones, or it could be John's got a
refrigerator magnet will work. My chart has a magnet on it.
So as soon as I find the heart wall or the trapped emotion, it leaves the client, and then I take a magnet, and I just do this because I don't want to absorb it. So right now, I just do this about 3 times when it's mine. But sometimes, John, we might find out that it's not mine. How can I pick up somebody else's trapped emotions? Can you spend a minute and talk about that?
Absolutely, yeah. You can actually be born with these trapped emotions. So you'd get them from your mom or dad or their parents. We call that an inherited trapped emotion, and it can go back many, many generations. So you're literally born with your parents' vibrational tendencies and habits and patterns.
Oh, you know that out there, don't you? I'm just like my mother, or I'm just like my father, or maybe you're wishy-washy like them, or whatever. And it's true, you did inherit those trapped emotions, and they became orange cones for you even before you were born that helped shape the decisions that you make. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, good. We're still doing our little show. So we talked about the magnet gets rid of it. So that's one of the tools. Now, there's not a lot of overhead in this job, is there, John? We can do it anywhere. The only thing you need is a magnet. Some people just use their fingertips, but I like to use a magnet. So we use a magnet, and there's only one other thing I need, and it's not like green M&Ms. It's just
water. Practitioner needs to be hydrated.
That's right. The water acts as a conductivity, so it's really important. And I've got my water here, so I'm going to be drinking lots of water before we connect. So good. So now you understand the process. Now we're going to go into today's subject. I'm going to go out in the room, John. If you want to go out in the room, check. I'm going to set you up, but see who else is saying hi that we haven't said hello to.
Yeah, Dia is with us from Atlanta, and she said that she just pre-ordered your book, Your Life's Purpose.
Oh, great. And I'm seeing
Dia?
I see another note. She's saying, I finally made it to an emotion code session. We are glad you did.
Yeah.
And Juliet Stapleton saying, I wish my hubby was watching you. Well, this stays on my fan page, Michael Losier fans, if that's where you're at. So, and we're going to pin it to the top, and you can just bring him back here to watch that.
No, I can add something to that as well. So A frequent fan of yours was watching the Dr. Brad episodes with Heartwall, absolutely loved it, and thought about her husband. And I worked with this person before, and I got the husband's permission and worked on him via email. So it was no Skype, no phone, and he just went about his day. So for dudes, for bros that don't want to get on the phone and hear us rattle off stuff about emotions,
yeah,
talk about your feelings, you don't need to. So I don't know what he was doing. Maybe he was golfing or something, or fishing, but it works well. He feels great as well.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. You and I are a little bit different. We don't mind, we don't mind talking about. But I have a friend that's a fisherman, right? So I just thought about him, and I texted him last week. I said, "Hey, dude, what's up?" And he said, "Oh my God," he goes, "I'm driving down the highway," and he said, "I'm just a mess," and he's going on and on and on. And I thought, oh, he wants to talk about his feelings. And he said, "Can you whip up one of those things for me?" I said, "Whip it up? What do you mean?" He said, "Well, that magnet stuff." He said, and I could just tell that he wanted a session, and I said, "So are you asked, would you like me to remove this?" I think it was about his girlfriend. "Would you like me to remove the emotions that you're having right now?" He said, "Yeah." And even that I called him emotions took him off. He said, "Yeah, can you fix this?" And I said, "Yeah." So I said, "Yeah, you can put the phone down if you're driving." So he puts the phone down and turns up this country and Western music. So I'm doing a motion coach session with my dude friend while it's listening to country Western music. But yeah, if you're a dude, bro, and you want to do it by Skype and not have the camera and all that other stuff, we can do that too. Or if you want to be anonymous, we can do that too. It's all good. Okay, John, I am good. Okay, we're going to come back and say hello to our friends later. John, can you talk to us about the heart wall, please? What do people need to tell us? Everything we need to know about the heart wall. And I'll
heart wall. Okay, let's start with the heart. So the heart is more than just a pump. It can be considered a second brain. So your heart actually sends more messages to your brain than your brain to your heart. So your heart is the boss. And your heart knows what's going on in your life day to day, week to week. And when we go through our downs and troubles, your heart knows that. And it needs to protect itself. It wants to protect itself. So if it happens again, it doesn't hurt as much. So it builds a wall. And you can't build a wall, you can't build a wall out of nothing. So what it does is it takes these excess energies from around your body and it builds a wall. And the excess energies are negative trapped emotions. So short term, it's okay. Long term, it's like living in a bomb shelter. So living in a bomb shelter, you're breathing recycled air. You're not seeing the light of day. Over time, you're going to feel like life is passing you by. You're going to feel isolated, disconnected, lost, just maybe depressed or anxiety.
Yes.
Yeah, you name it, right? Even like neck pain, back pain, the weight of the world on your shoulders. Heart wall's connected with that too.
Wow. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a lot of weight. We talked about the trapped emotions. Physically, they're about the size of a baseball. So imagine having 5 or 6 of those stuck in your neck. No wonder you can't move it, right? Or whatever. So imagine those all pumped around your heart. There's no way to receive love, and there's no way to send it.
Yeah.
So good stuff.
Receive love, yeah. And even like restricted breathing or just like tightness around your chest. I mean, it's right there, right? That big wall of emotions it's around your heart. It's around your chest. Yeah.
Okay. We're going to do a session shortly. I'm just, we're going to take a couple more questions. Liz Maglio is asking, this is for you, John. Curious, if when we clear the trapped emotions going back, does it also clear going forward?
Going forward,
there's nothing there, right? So there's nothing to clear.
It would change your thoughts and intentions going forward. So that negative emotion from the past influences the way that you think, influences your perception on a situation. So going forward, you'd be more neutral to a situation, an event, you need a brighter outlook. Yeah. I think that's what you mean, Liz. If that's right, let us know. If not,
well, I'm going to answer. I'm going to tell a story. Maybe, but this week I had a client that she chose specific Pepsi, she was drinking lots of Pepsi, probably 2 liters or 2 big bottles of Pepsi, whatever country you're from. So I did a trapped emotions session with her. So what I did is that I removed the trapped emotions from events that she had in the past that made her decide to drink 2 bottles of Pepsi a day. I don't understand what kind of decision that would be. It's not my job to understand where the decision come from. So I did the emotion code session. I removed the trapped emotions that were causing her, and she has them stacked in her house. And that was 5 days ago. And on Friday, she texted me and she said, I haven't had any. I don't know what's in the house. I should probably just throw it out now. So I'm mad. So, and your kind of question, Liz, they were trapped emotions in the past. Even though they weren't cleared further forward, they cleared the way to move forward. I'm going to interpret that's what you mean.
She said from her family and kids. So that's what she means. Yeah.
You answer that. You know how to answer.
It's a little more simple. Yeah. Thanks for that clarity, Liz. Yes. So you inherited something from your mom. You got it. And maybe your daughter picked it up. It's definitely. So the intention is that when we're clearing it from you, when we're working on you, it's cleared from your kids as well. And yes, it can be cleared from your parents going forward, and parents, grandparents. The intention is that it's cleared. Sometimes it doesn't always cleared, but you can test one by one every single emotion. That's really the only way to tell if it is cleared from everyone. I mean, it can get into aunts, uncles. It can go. I mean, if you're going back 10 generations, it could be thousands of people.
Yes.
But the priority is obviously for you, Liz, who we're working on. And definitely it's a benefit if it's being released from your kids as well. Yeah. And I work with kids and tots and newborns. I have worked with them and still do week to week.
Yeah.
Going through school, relationships with brother and sister.
Yeah. Jealousy, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, good, John. We have our friend Fatima Sai. She said, can you clear emotions from Canada to Kyrgyzstan? Kyrgyzstan. I apologize if I don't know that country or city or region. The answer is yes, we can do that.
Worldwide.
I'm going to be working with my friend from India, Sasavan in India, and Beth Ford from Arkansas. I'm saying hello to her. And I think that's it. I think people want us to get started. Mm-hmm. So we're going to acknowledge our friend Sasavan Chakraborty from India. He lives in the northeast part of India. I checked him out on a map because when I talk to people, I like to know where they're from. I got my happy map on the wall. Want to see my map? So nice. All those little flags are places that I've been in the world. So, and I've yet to been. No, I haven't been. I've yet to be. No, I haven't been to Sasavan City. So, okay, John, let's remind myself. First thing, water. I'm going to be using muscle testing right now. I'm going to ask myself if I drank enough water. I'm hydrated. The answer is yes. Do I need to drink more? Think, no, I have enough. So right now I'm asking for my friend Sasavan from India. He knows who he is with his intention, that I'm asking to connect with him right now, to connect with the subconscious mind. Sasavan from India. Okay. Am I Michael? Am I John? Am I Sasavan? Right there. Yes. Okay. I'm asking my subconscious mind about a heart wall. So do I have a heart wall? I do have a heart wall. Is it okay for me to release some of it today? Yes. Is it safe for me to do that? Yes. Do I need to know what it's called? No. Okay. So I'm just confirming, I have trapped emotions around my heart called the heart wall that are preventing me from sending and receiving love. Is that true? Yes. Can I reduce, so it's okay for me to reduce some of those trapped emotions? Yes. So I'm going to look at the chart as well. So I'm going to ask you about the first heart wall. It's the first one in column A, it's B. Oh, it's column B. Is it even, odd? It's odd. So it's B odd. Is it row 1? It is. So is it effort unreceived? It is. So that means you have a heart wall of effort unreceived, and you can interpret that whatever you mean, but it's a feeling of effort unreceived. Is it mine? Do I need to know more? Can I release it? So right now, I'm releasing that the heart wall of effort unreceived. Is there more? There is. Is it row A? It's row B. Is it row B1? Oh, it's another one up there. So, John, can you also explain the relationship to this box and over here? So right now I have heartache. So I have a heart wall of heartache. Do I need to know more?
Yeah, so they're divided up down the left-hand side here. You'll see organs. So we have at the top, row one, it's heart and small intestine. And in traditional Chinese medicine, which goes back 5,000 years, they believe that organs, glands are frequency generators, these vibration generators, and they create these specific emotions. So for heart, you'd get emotions like heartache and insecurity, as opposed to something down in row four here, like the liver emotions. That would be anger and hatred, right? So a good example would be someone who drinks a lot of alcohol and it's hard on the liver. And you become angry when you're drunk.
Because there's an imbalance in the liver,
There's
right?
an imbalance there,
So
right? So that liver is
imbalanced, and all those emotions are trapped. So, John, a quick little update. I've already cleared all 5 of the ones in the heart. So, effort unreceived, heart wall of effort unreceived, heartache, insecurity, overjoy, vulnerability, and I went down to grief, and there's still more. So, do I have any more heart walls? I do. Is it column A? It's column B. Is it 1, 3? So, So it's stubbornness. So I have a heart wall of stubbornness. Can I release it? Do I need to know more? So I'm releasing that. Did you have more to say about that, John? I can stay quiet.
No, that's it.
Self-abuse, a heart wall of self-abuse. Heart wall of confusion. Even a odd, be even beyond 1, 3. Heart wall of defensiveness. These are all in the lung area, even AID, even beyond. So did I release all the heart walls? I did, and there's still more. Is it column A, column B? It's column B. Is it even odd? Is it odd? Is it 1, 3, 5? It's conflict. So I have a heart wall of conflict. Releasing that. Be even beyond 5, creative insecurity. I have a heart wall of creative insecurity. Heart wall of terror. I have a heart wall of terror. Be even beyond 5, unsupported. Heart wall of unsupported. Heart wall of wishy-washy. Now, John, remember we asked Sasivan about his severity, and what did he say it was?
It was a 10.
Okay, so I'll show this. So right now I'm connected with Sasivan in Italy. So right now I'm Sasivan in Italy. What was the severity of my heart wall? Was it a 10? Watch this. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? 10. It's 10. And now is it a 10? Is it under 10? 9, 8, 7. So we got it to a 7. So we remove some of the wall. We got them down to a 7. I think we have time. I'm going to spend another 3 minutes. John, can you go out, see who's saying what, and acknowledge them? And I'm going to work maybe silently and work with Sasivan to get some more.
Absolutely, yeah. So Liz says thank you. So good. I'm glad we could clarify that for you, Liz. And Judy Fenner. Hello, Michael and John. Nice to see
Judy.
you again. Hi, Judy. Gwen Lorena, what do the magnets do? Please explain. Yeah, so the magnets, we did explain that a little earlier on, but essentially the magnet, it's more powerful than the trapped emotion, and it also amplifies the intention of the practitioner. So we take that magnet and we're basically deleting that emotion. We're clearing it, pushing it aside, deleting it. Like if you take a magnet to a credit card, which you don't want to do at home, that information will be wiped out and the credit card won't work anymore. So that's what the magnet's doing. Yeah, and Delilah Cordova. Hey, y'all. Hey.
Hey, Delilah.
Great. And that's everything.
She's also loyal on Fridays, watching us on Fridays when she can.
Yeah. You know, some other benefits of clearing your heart wall would be a decrease of stress and just an overall sense of more peace and calmness. And obviously, it can reduce and relieve chronic pain and also can promote creative thinking. So if you have problems identifying your desires, it could be a heart wall. And Yeah, and just like an overall sense of well-being as well. Once you have that heart wall cleared,
Yeah.
you feel that, getting back and connect with that, that pure essence of who you are. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let you listen in now because I'm getting grandmother grandfather stuff now. It's just kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I'm still Sossavan from Italy. I'm asking my subconscious mind, do I have any other remaining trapped emotions or that are creating the heart wall? I do. It's the next one, A even AI, be even beyond 135. It's terror. Is it a heart wall of terror? Is it mine, my dad's, my mom's, my grandmother? Oh, which one? It's 10 generations grandmother ago got a heart wall and you got it. Okay, let's get rid of that. And tell them what I'm doing now, John, that's different.
Clearing it. So those inherited emotions, they need more intention, more clearing, more magnets. So it's about 10 swipes.
Yeah.
Should do it. Yeah.
And then sometimes my arm just keeps going and I don't judge it. It's like, that's his subconscious mind saying, do more.
Got to do more.
I do 6 and I'm done. And sometimes it's like, oh, I'm doing, and I can't stop my arm. It's like, it just keeps going. So I just go with the flow. And even beyond 5, is it 1, 2, 3, 4? It's wishy-washy, a heart wall of wishy-washy. Is it mine, my dad's, my mom's, my grandmother? Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 generations grandmother for wishy-washy. Swiping 10 times. And then we're going to do a little check-in, John, and then we're going to start to wrap up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
If you have a question about what's something we could be helping you with the heart wall, go ahead and ask it out here. And John, are you around next Saturday? You like the Saturday format? And then these friends can come back. I'd love Sossavan to come back and tell us what's going on. Okay, I'm asking my subconscious mind, what was the severity of my heart wall problem before today's session? Was it a 10? And watch this. Is it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3? Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Get your hair cut. Don't overdo the aftershave. There's nothing worse. Nothing worse than too much aftershave, if at all. So it's a 3. I think we're going to leave them there at 3. I'm going to work with them offline to finish the whole exercise. But so let's just recap what we did today, John, as far as the learning. First, we demonstrated all the elements. We're just going to review them one more time. Element number 1, we're going to do it really fast, was
emotion code chart.
Element number 2,
muscle testing.
You saw me do muscle testing. Number 3,
proxy.
I was his proxy. Number 4,
severity on a scale of 1 to 10.
It was a 10. Now it's a 3.
Permission. Need that permission.
He said yes, I could do it. When I found the emotion, what happened?
Magnet. You deleted it with the magnet.
It did, and all of this was only possible because of
water. Little extra water. Need to be hydrated.
My great hair.
So key number 8.
Key number 8. Okay, that was fun. Yeah, you can go to aliveandpure.com. John, why don't you tell us a little bit more about your other certification, which is the body code. It's more intense than. And what kind of things can you help people with the body code? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, the body code also developed by Dr. Bradley Nelson.
Yay.
And I am certified in the body code, so it's a different training process. So first you have to become certified in the emotion code. And once you do that, then you can apply and enroll in the body code certification. And it's believed to be the most advanced self-study healing modality on the planet right now. And I definitely believe that. So it deals with underlying imbalances. And essentially, the symptoms that we have, whether it be chronic pain, relationship blocks, or your bank account's empty, is due to imbalances. So the body code works with different imbalances. And Dr. Bradley Nelson spent 25 years putting a system together, a system of mind maps and charts, identifying hundreds and hundreds of different imbalances. It could be like toxins or chakras or pathogens, different misalignments of organs, glands, and there's a nutritional aspect as well. So in a nutshell, that's the body code, but it's the same process. We're muscle testing and we're using the magnet.
Yeah. Good stuff. We're going to be inviting Dr. Bradley to one of my Friday Hangout shows, and I'd like them to talk about food sensitivities and allergies.
Yeah.
Do you want to spend a minute and talk about that? Because I know you've got some good results there too.
Definitely. Yeah.
A bunch of new people saying hello, so we're going to say hello to them. Go ahead, John.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll start on allergies. Like there could be food, I wouldn't say food allergies, but maybe environmental allergies like pollen. Like, it's kind of odd that we're allergic to our environment, right? So why is that? And we believe that it's trapped emotions. It
Well, you know
really could
what?
be trapped emotions.
This is so
Yeah.
crazy because my sister Diane, we were talking this week. She goes, I think I have something, but I don't think the emotion code will fix it. I think it's just pollen in my nose. It's pollen season. And I said, well, yes, it's not a trapped emotion. It's physical pollen in your nose. And I thought, you know what? Let's just do it. So she had sinus congestion and pollen, and her eyes were watery. I did an emotion code session with her, and it was gone. And we were so surprised because I really thought it was physical pollen. So to hear you say that, like I doubted it. And afterwards, I said, well, maybe, it's like, even though her eyes went watery and it all got rid of all of her stuffiness, in my head, I said, well, maybe it wasn't pollen. Like I discounted that because I thought it had to be physical, but
no, it's a reaction. It's a stress reaction or an immune system reaction to your environment because of a negative emotion from a past event.
Yeah.
Connected to it. You got stressed out and there's pollen in the air.
We have a bunch of people that said hello. They didn't leave comments, but they liked us, and we like to be liked. Right?
Like and share, please.
Like and share.
Here, like and share.
We have Delilah, who is loyal watcher as well. David Broad, hello, David. Chris Cross from Victoria here. Natalie McNulty, good morning. And Jonathan Balanas, yes. Yep. Said hello to Lig. Let's see. We have Marty Dunn. Hey, Marty, good morning. And Nanu and Diana. So we've got some new watchers today. We are live once a week. We've been testing different time frames, and Facebook was very generous with us today, John. It sent this post to 114,000 impressions on people's Facebook pages. We love Saturdays.
That's great. Yeah, and thanks to our viewers for liking and sharing because you're part of that as well.
Yeah. So Fatima is looking for an emotion code session. You can do that, Fatima. HangoutWithMichael.com/emotion code, or you can see John at aliveandpure.com. Delia is saying, I could use less stress and creative thinking. She is the most creative person in the whole world. She would be on steroids if she got more creative, but we can do that too. And you answered Gwen's question.
Leslie Marshall.
Yeah, she's saying, tell them, how does she become certified?
How do you become certified? So it's through Dr. Bradley Nelson's website. So you can go to healerslibrary.com. And there's actually a link to it on my website as well, Alive and Pure. So if you're already on there, you can find the link on my main page there. Yeah. And so it's his system, his certification program that he does online through his website. Yeah.
Good. Two important elements of it. One is muscle testing, which is a skill that you develop, and the other one is the interpretation of the chart and how to ask the questions, and the beauty that all the chart's done. Delia is asking about, what about ADHD in adults?
I think so. I think it's trapped emotions, right? Why wouldn't it be? It's definitely worth it. Yeah. A lot of different emotions rattling around, and
And what can you tell us about Dr. Bradley and PTSD?
PTSD, yeah, absolutely.
What was
that shock? Yeah, he's helped a lot of people with PTSD, and he's getting into the military groups to helping soldiers that are coming back with PTSD.
Yeah,
and it's really helping. Yeah, it's definitely alternative.
I think he guarantees it. Like he said, this gets rid of. Well, think about real life, the events that they must have experienced.
Yeah.
And when you experience a negative event, they get trapped, and then as they try to move on with their life, this stuff's in the way.
Absolutely, and definitely. I mean, in the United States, it's Memorial Day weekend right now. So if you know of someone that has PTSD, definitely share this with them. Yeah, we'd love to help them.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think that's it. Wow, we had a great day too. Hey, again, we're loving all the special hashtags today.
Motion
Hashtag
Code Bro Show.
Emotion Code Bros. And we can thank our friend Delia for creating that little.
Did she? Oh, nice.
Yeah, Delia, who's on the phone. So thank you very much. Well, I had fun. Now, I've got 2 more live Facebooks going on today. Well, one today at 11 in the morning. It is on my new book, Your Life's Purpose. I'm going to be interviewing a life coach here in Victoria that's using the model from my book and having really good results. So you can come back at 11, in another hour and 10 minutes. Stay tuned on my Facebook page. We have this going on. And then tomorrow, I'm doing this. Say it when you see it, John.
Michael Losier, the law of attraction.
That's right. So tomorrow I have a Spanish law of attraction facilitator. Her and I are going to do the same thing. I'm going to teach the subject why your affirmations are sending negative vibrations. So I'm going to teach that in English, and Victoria is going to translate it in Spanish. We did one before, and it went through the roof, the number of people that loved it. So tomorrow in Spanish, the law of attraction, me in English, and it gets translated to Spanish during the live call. It is a training session. You will understand why your affirmations may not be working. Okay, they're not. And what you need to be doing to make them work. Okay, I'm going to help you with that in English. Victoria translated in Spanish.
Nice.
So, John, how would you like to wrap up today? What would you like to say?
Yeah, just thank our viewers for watching and supporting us. Thanks for your questions. Yeah, that's how I'd like to wrap it up. Thank you for watching.
You're welcome. Okay, we had a good time today. Okay, everybody, thank you, and stay tuned there at facebook.com, Michael Losier Fans. Join John and I once a week, and we have something cooking for the next show that you're going to be interested in. So make sure you say hello and join us next week. John, let's say goodbye to our friends at home. See you later, everybody.
Bye, everyone.